Second. This is actually gonna be a fucking blog post, so give me a second. Let's knocking shit down. Let's start the show. All right. Yes, I am here. I am back on this Monday morning. So, basically I'm here. And I'm just gonna actually address the title of the video. Let's just turn it up. I'm gonna address the title of the video. And I'm actually gonna be addressing this. So do that later. If you actually watched my video last night, you can actually see this is how it turned out when I finished drawing it. It actually had a better picture, but I actually learned a couple of things from working with this. And hold on, guys. I just want to check the string. That's actually a lot better. Alright, so I want to thank all the new subscribers that I got. I got a few new subscribers over the last few days, and I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everyone who actually started to like and subscribe my stuff. Turn up, let's go. And basically, guys, what I want to actually say is that I've been working on this project, or planning on working on this project, and what fucking got me is this. I knew I was gonna mess up. I knew it. I knew that I was gonna actually mess up, and one of my biggest fear is that I was gonna mess up, at least in my eyes, I was gonna mess up where I was going to be so far down to work that I think that it wasn't going to actually be right. But this is my first time working with acrylic paint, and quite frankly, I like a little bit of the way it was turning out. However, I want to actually change something just a little bit so I can actually make sure that it stands out, it pops, and I like working with the texture, but I didn't realize the amount of tools that I really needed. So I'm actually going to get a little plastic palette. I was using yesterday. I was actually using more of my just more of a piece of paper, and I realized how it actually spread on the actual paper, because it was a mixed media paper. And by the way, I always use Canson mixed media paper for things outside of just regular sketching. And what I want to do today is I'm going to actually retrace the items and stuff that I have. I'm going to actually retrace using a template that I have. Of course, if you've seen the Guardians that I've done, I don't know if I'm gonna get as detailed, but I am gonna get the shapes down like I want to. So I can see it, and actually use this as a template and a highlight of how I want them all to be. And I'm gonna actually do it on stream. I'm sorry guys, if you want to actually see me doing them, it's kind of hard to actually trace them while I'm on stream because I am looking at light pad, using a light pad. This is my trusty dusty light pad. I got it from Amazon probably about a year and a half ago. And it's ironic because I started using it because I wanted to get rid of eraser lines. And while we're waiting for this in the setup, I actually like the spacing that I did. I actually had Lily on the bottom, and I like the pattern that I did. And as you can see, this light pad washes everything out. So just going back and getting the actual, and so give me a second guys, I'm gonna actually get the camera set up where it is set up for what I need it to. You guys can actually take some time. I'm gonna actually turn on some different music. I always go to my favorite. Hang-ups you want. Something that I now start to use a year in having a light pad is actually taping the work down. Just so it doesn't move from what I need it to move. And let's actually move that camera. Hold on, guys. Let's put that up. All right. As you can see, it's a little bit blinding, but let me turn this shit down. All right, should be better. Something like that. As you can see, basically this is the template that I use for so many of my other artworks. Well, two. This is the self-titled Lily drawing. And when I'm actually doing these, I actually like to and I know it's some detail that is gonna be missed with the painting. I realized that with what I was doing yesterday. But it's actually pretty cool where I can actually take this and what I can actually use. And I know, now that I know how my brushes behave, now that I know how everything moves, I can account for that. I think shit just crosses my mind, guys. So this is the epicness of this song, right? It comes in like it's gonna be some big dramatic rave music, but it's actually a really good chill music. Just checking the time. I have to get ready to leave for work in about 30 minutes. That should allow me to copy most of them. And I tell you why. What one other thing? This is the reason why I actually did start moving this, kind of like my own preset drawings. Once I've done a work, it was really under the extent of I wanted to actually, for people that want not just a print, a recreation, I wanted to have that for them. Maybe something with a little bit of a different color palette. And I actually want to get into commissions. And not to say, of course, if I draw a pattern, if I draw a sketch and then transpose it, definitely is something that will be, each time I trace something, there's a little bit of a difference. And I'm not ashamed of that, because it's artwork. It's not supposed to be perfect. It's just one of those things that I found out actually really helps me. It does almost take some of the uniqueness out of my work, but it actually, like, I've used this body pose and phrase, body phrasing. This will be the third piece, but it's okay for me because I'm using it in a unique and different way. The brush right there is a little bit. And I may take this to work and work on it. I don't know. Last time I traced it, I was fucking tired. And you can see worse inconsistencies in it than what this has. God, so I went to Calling Out Delete this weekend, and I was in an artist role, and it was, when you see art that is actually good, you always have a sense of wonder and amazement. Then you get a sense of, how does my art stack up to other people's art? I can honestly say I never get jealous. I think for me, jealousies, even in sense of romantic relationships, I don't think I can get jealous. I just think, not what am I doing wrong, but how can I improve what I'm doing? Because jealousy is not productive. What am I not doing or doing that's holding me back? And how can I improve that? And I think that's one of the reasons why I go to conventions like that, so I can actually see what others are doing and how I can actually improve on it, on what I'm doing. I don't know, maybe it's a thing with me where I never take something as a missed opportunity, only a learning opportunity. I would admit that I am envious of other people's success, but my goal is to actually find success of my own. Because if I get success of my own, I don't have to. You can be envious without malice. I know a lot of people actually subscribe to envy is a bad thing. Envy isn't a bad thing. Malice is, jealousy is. But to want to accomplish something as someone else has, not take their place, not stump them in the ground to actually get higher, but just to find a measure of success in your own way. It's one of those things where I can't see that as bad. What I see as bad is using dishonesty to get your way, using manipulation to get ahead. I see that as a bad thing, and I will admit that. I'll just freehand this. No, I'm gonna actually get a fucking I'm gonna get a fucking ruler into it, just like I'm gonna get a ruler when I paint the shit. And this is some detail that I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna cut that out. Where the fuck is my ruler? Alright, I can't find my ruler. So, and I really need to draw that shit. Hold on, guys. Be right back. It was the reason why I need to draw it. Alright, so I drew this one a little bit lower than what I had last time. Ah, don't tear the paper. There we go. Alright, that's Lily. Come here, Lotus. Come here. Where are you, Lotus? The blind ninja has disappeared. Alright, so let's redo that. Of course, tape it down so it doesn't move. The next one of these I buy is actually going to be one with a clip. So we want to position that. Last time I positioned it, had to worry about the feet sticking out. Ah, shit. Got 15 minutes. Alright, so I want to actually position it where I don't have to worry about the feet. Not that I can't draw them, but it's just one of those things where it's just like, why waste the time and effort to draw it if I don't have to? And it gives me space on the sides. And while we're waiting on this, let's do a music change. Alright, so come on, Lily and Lotus. Play nice together, guys. Take this down just a little bit. No, that leaves too much space, so I'm gonna actually put this up and not just worry about drawing the feet or tracing the feet. Alright, so sorry guys, just positioning the camera a little bit better. Turn that down just a little bit so I can see and you guys can see. But I do want to not smear this, so let me go ahead and just get this. I always forget to do this part. I make the joke that the ninja is the one that looks most anime. And she didn't start off like that. Like, she started off as just a character that I was developing, but I started giving her anime features. And this was fun to originally draw and use the markers. Oh, this was fun. I had fun with this one. And this is the one that convinced me to actually paint just how this would actually look. Because for a while I was debating, should I do markers? Should I do, I actually had an idea. I was gonna draw these 4 characters and with me drawing these 4 characters, I was gonna just like, I don't know, it's just like I just had an idea of greatness that I was gonna do, and it kind of branched off and became imagination, which you can actually, I'm actually going to get where I can get a high resolution picture of it, high DPI, because I actually just have my phone picture of it. Put that out there. Our tortoise is gonna be next, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it before I gotta get to work. Yeah, because I have to get to work soon, so I'm gonna do her when I come home. That's what he said. Kind of made her the default weapons master of the group, even though Lily is a knight with a sword. She's more of the attacker. some of the lines that I have actually are lines that I did use when I was originally creating the work. Some of the lines I'm just going to ignore. All right. So, all right, guys. So, you see me working with the two fucking Lotus and Lily. I'm gonna add the rest of them when I come on, but I just want to actually, let's just take this out. Alright guys, I want to thank everybody who's watched, and I'm going to actually go out with this. Remember, my art show is here, and I want to thank everybody who's watched